Assalamualaikum. Today I'm going to present regarding object-oriented system analysis design, project part 1. Okay, for the introduction, reading offers abbreviated with a purpose to help the reader to direct information towards a goal and focuses their attention. The main aim of this project is to give parents the satisfaction to have their kids to read the books in application completely. This project is mainly designed for parents who wants to save money for paying the high price of a book to have their kids to read. Okay, for the problem statement, there are two problem statements, which is the parent cannot have their kids to have read the books in the application completely since it have to pay. Next is the parent having trouble to pick the book, especially the international ones. The objective, there are two objectives, which is the parent can have their kids to read the books in the application completely since it's free of charge. Next is to give the parent the ease to save their money in order to buy books. Scope of project. User, which is children in the age of 3 to 7 years old. Parent, because parent is going to guide the kids in reading the application because kids don't know how to open the application in the first place. Next is all kind of gender, ethnicity. Next is the system capabilities. It will improve the knowledge and educational field. Next is it will increase knowledge environment. And then more situational and provide just-in-time learning content. It will fit learning around their lifestyle. It can be used in smartphone, tablets, and computers. It's obviously free, faster, and potentially better than books. I mean, like normal books. Okay, then platform of the system. It uses software from Adobe Flash and After Effects. Next is it create an active environment to kids. To methodology. Okay, for methodology, there are 4 phases, which is inception, elaboration, construction, and transition. For inception, there are 2 points which is possible to do and worth pursuing for users and developers. Application that will be needed for the system are Adobe Flash and After Effects. For the elaboration, it's clearly stated in the software, includes the sketches and storyboard of the application, no cost associated with the development. There are 2 risks during elaboration, which is the activities will take longer than expected. Project will fail to produce result consistent with project specification. Next, for construction, which is the project is created and finished, the software is structured, composed, and tested. Last part is transition. The software is released to general population. Final adjustment or updates are made dependent on input from end user. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, I will continue with part 2. This part 2 is the same with inception phase. Firstly, my name is Suhaila. Okay, this inception phase is the initial short step to establish a common vision and basic scope for the project. It will include analysis of perhaps 10% of the use cases, analysis of the critical non-functional requirement, creation of a business case, and preparation of the development environment. Next, the purpose of this step is to form a rational, justifiable opinion of the overall purpose and feasibility of the potential new system and decide if it is worthwhile to invest in deeper exploration. Thus, this step has to be short, like 1 or 2 weeks. Inception in one sentence is envision the product scope, vision, and business scope. Next is we have to understand the problem that user always face. Like firstly is updates the applications. It's obvious that the online reader heavily depends on the proper update of the apps so that it won't hinder them from reading or searching the newest book that they want to read. Second is product presentation. One of the issues that occur to many reader, which is that book is being in the lock mode and stop them from finish reading unless they pay for it to read the whole chapter completely without any problems. This is the reason why this application is being made free, because it will allow them to read concurrently. Next, I perform fact finding, which is this step we have to use like collecting information from the user and responses. Firstly is existing documents, collect facts from emails and customer complaints to get response from the user. And nextly is questionnaires, which is to collect information from a large number of users. Users fill out the question which are given by the system analyst and give the answer back to the system analyst. Third is interview. It's to find, verify, clarify facts, motivate end user and identify requirement and gather an ideas. Lastly is prototype. Okay, objective for this step is to provide a user-friendly application and easier for user to use it. It's also to reduce the redundancy and loss of data of the books that have been added to this list. Okay, next is the non-functional requirement, which is the first is performance expectation. This is essentially how fast the application works. A performance requirement for the wayfinding application could be plot a route in less than 30 seconds. For example, does the application allow the user to switch to another function even while it's busy calculating a route? Next is technology. This relates the mobile that user use to view this application to validate whether it's available to be viewed or not despite Android or iOS. Okay, thirdly is usability. This relates how easily people can use your app. A measure of usability could be the time that it takes for an user to become familiar with your app's function without training or help. For example, to ensure that the text is simple and clear to user for feasibility. Okay, lastly is security. Is a testing technique to determine if an information system protects data and maintain functionality as intended. Testing data can be processed as different combination of username and password, and its purpose is to check that only the authorized people are able to access the application. For example, that we often use when to log in an application like Facebook, we have to put an username and password first before to enter the what we want to see. Okay. Next is functional requirement. Information about the user must be entered before login can be approved. This application does not support in the laptop. This reading application provides basic features like interactive and multimedia reading application content. It's also a reading application fully supported in the mobile devices. This system provides unlimited access to registered users. Lastly is the constraint. The constraint that the developer always face while creating the application. The server is down, the user cannot use the application. Next is require a large database because we have to save a lot of books that been updated or the latest or the old ones. Redesign icons to ensure user easy to be used and updates of the books. That's all from me. Next, I will pass to Nur Husna.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nur Husna binti Yunus. We'll present about the prototype, the project of Peekaboo. Okay, as we know, this project is to easy the parents and children to find the online book. So we decide to make a application for this project. This is example for prototype the project. We have the first page, which is this page will come out when user finish download the apps. First image will come out with when the user finish download the apps. First, the page when the user finish download the apps. First appearance will come out with the signature the project, which is have a Peekaboo with the taglines, your kids, your smile. Okay, the next page is have a username or email.
log in the apps. Then Peekaboo login page will appear for first time login, and who don't have any account, user need to sign up. After sign up, user allowed to access the apps will enter the username or email and require the password. The next page is the home page. We recommend the user to choose any book to pick and read. On this page, we'll attach with synopsis the story. And the fourth page is library. Library is the page will save the history the reader. It also can achieve the book like this, the current and achieve book. And the next page is updates page. Updates page to inform the user what the current and latest book. The latest book will notify on this page. Also, the user can direct message and comment. For sixth page is the last page on this apps. This page is user information. On this page, admin will update the current user active reading the book. And this is example what the type of reader read. So all the reading will automatically save. The detail about user also show, and user can anytime to change and update the description of user. Okay, this is the sample prototype the project of Peekaboo. Each of this page will connect. So this is a home page. So the user can get back the first page after read the book. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.